Assalamu alaikum. My name is Arouba Sheikh, and I'm going to discuss one of the most common problems Pakistan is facing today, and that is child labor. So, what exactly is child labor? According to the International Labour Organization, the child labor is often defined as the work that deprives the children of their childhood, their potential, their dignity, and that is harmful to their physical and mental development. These children are treated badly, and they have not been given the right to go to school or to get any kind of education. The situation is a lot poorer in the rural areas where the poverty-stricken families rely on their children to have to share the burden of their family by getting them involved in the child labor. Here are some facts and figures about child labor. According to the survey in 1996, 3.3 million children out of 40 million children are involved in child labor. The children that are working are 73% boys and 27% girls. These children are forced to work where they are exploited for the cheap labor. Another survey conducted by the Child Rights Movement decade after 12 June 2007, the World Day Against Child Labor, a table shows that the estimates of the provincial-wise child labor comparison, the child labor is mostly concentrated in the Punjab province. So why child labor is so beneficial? As the children are immature, so they are easy to exploit and threaten. They pay them little for 10 to 12 hours of labor per day. The causes of child labor. The four major causes of child labor are population, poverty, illiteracy, and unemployment. Overpopulation. Pakistan, one of the biggest problems is overpopulation, as Pakistan ranked fifth in the world most populated countries. From 1950s to 2020, the population is increasing every year. Parents who earn little have 10 to 12 children, where the breadwinner is one in most cases. So parents have no choice but to compel their children to do work and to make ends meet. Illiteracy. According to the UNICEF, 23 million children aged from 5 to 16 remain out of school, 44% of the total population in this age group. Pakistan has second largest number of out-of-school children. In rural areas, the illiteracy rate is much worse. It is difficult for uneducated parents to understand the importance of education. Poverty. According to a report submitted by the Ministry of Planning and Development, about 29.5% Pakistani lived below the poverty line. Pakistan is a third world country where the people are deprived from basic necessities like the food, the shelter, the education, and medication. In order for the survival, children are forced to work and earn a little money at the end of the day. Unemployment. In 2019, unemployment rate in Pakistan was at approximately 3.02%. Because of the unemployment, it is difficult to get jobs. The unemployment forces parents to send their children to work for money. Kinds of child labor. The worst form of child labor includes sexual commercialization, prostitution, and drug trafficking. Other kinds of child labor include carpet weaving, agriculture, defishing, glass factories, soccer ball, and packing. Carpet weaving. It is a popular export of Pakistan. The survey estimated that 646 factories and 39,366 households were engaged in the Pakistan's carpet industry, employing a total workforce of 1,05,915 usual workers, in whom 31.5% were children. Because of this, children are prone to muscular deformities and respiratory infections from the fiber and chemicals. Soccer balls. 35 million soccer balls staged in Pakistan. The child labor makes a quarter of them. About half the world's soccer balls are made in Pakistan. Many children are working in the bondage to their employers to pay off their parents' debt, thus they and their families are unable to escape their labor obligations, and due to long hours, children can't even go to school. Begging. Child begging on the street is a very common sight in Pakistan. Child beggar becomes a profession. The employer forces children to beg on street and keep the major earning. The children in begging are abused by their parents or the third person that is using them as a begging tool. Agriculture. As Pakistan is an agricultural country, and of the total number of the child laborers, mostly are working in agriculture. Their job is loading and unloading of agriculture goods and taking care of animals. Severe injuries can occur while working with knives and the sharp tools. Effect of child labor. It deprives a child from the proper childhood and education. It ruins a child's future earning capacity. Children suffer mentally and physically from the growth deficiency, physical injuries, and aggression. Children can take illegal paths to earn money. Pakistan efforts. Pakistan took steps for the eradication of the child labor, like the laws contains the prohibition of child labor, the Employment of Children Act 1991, and the Punjab Compulsory Education Act 1994. Organizations like UNICEF, ILO, and SPARC are working in Pakistan for the cause of child labor. In Pakistani constitution, the articles like 37, 25 grants free education for the children from age 5 to 17, and children are not employed in jobs unsuited to their age or sex. Solutions. Even though the laws exist, but the condition of law and order in Pakistan is not good, and due to massive corruption in Pakistan, most of the international and national funds never reaches the right place. How to overcome the child labor? Give punishment to the employers hiring the children as a labor force. Our child labor laws should be strictly put in practice, and awareness raising activities should be arranged so that the people are informed about the child rights to education and layer, or the development of family planning programs. That's all. Thank you for listening.